Hi everyone. Thanks for joining today's session. Today we'll be we'll be talking about a few updates that we've done in April, some content updates, some new stuff coming in as well, and a few tips on communication as well, and ask you some questions as well. Um, First of all, I would like to say thanks a lot for your amazing feedback. We were overwhelmed over the past few weeks, and yeah, thank you very much. It's a real pleasure to work with you. Um, we also will be broadcasting this webinar on Facebook as well, and as usual, we'll be sending recording. So today with me, as usual, is Anthea. So Anthea will be joining me during the webinar, and yeah.
Thanks, Camilla. Just give it
We'll be
a couple
starting
extra
very soon.
minutes, yeah, for people to come in, and then Facebook is just doing that circle of loading to get it live. So we're trialing that out as well. So it should be able to view live in the Facebook group, but also go back and watch it. So yeah, we'll just give it that a couple of minutes. Hopefully it works. If not, we've always got this recording, which is good. But yeah, to reiterate what Camilla said, thanks a lot for all your support. I know you've been busy lately.
Yeah. So and as usual with every webinar, we'll be posting this on client Facebook group, and we'll be doing some Q&As at the end of the webinar. So Anthea, are you okay with Facebook Live? Is that all
It doesn't seem to be working. It's just doing a circle of death. So I might just try it again, but other than that, we'll just keep going.
Yeah, so as I mentioned today, we'll be talking about some COVID-19 latest content updates. Weekly digest and blogs, and we've got some new recovery content for you as well. So hopefully COVID-19 lockdown is over very soon, and we can all enjoy going out and so on. But we have some new recovery content for you as well prepared. So it's not over, so we'll be still continuing helping you with this, with the further content and help your businesses to recover. And also we've got some tips on communicating during this time as well. So this is just a recap of what Matt and Anthea Matt and Anthea did some webinar previously, and so we're just going to recap main points out of this. And we also have a new webinar for you and your clients. So Anthea will be talking about this in more detail. So yeah, I'm just gonna pass over to Anthea. Do you want to give us some updates?
Sure. So I think this is the bit you guys have been waiting for, which is good. So just this week, you're probably getting used to the routine anyway. Yesterday, which is Wednesday afternoon my time, we've released some new weekly digests for the main countries that we're writing the country specific stuff. So that's Australia, New Zealand, the US, UK and Canada. So all of you should have a new weekly digest sitting within the COVID-19 resources section, and that'll be categorized in that icon section will be the third one, which is the latest updates, and also categorize it into the news content type down below as well. So you'll find it in there. If you've got a weekly digest email newsletter set up, that would have automatically pulled into that and updated that. So go in there and have a look. Thursday is probably the best day to do that, and then it'll send automatically on Friday, depending what time, usually about 11 a.m. your time. So yeah, you've got some new content. Feel free to edit that content as usual. We've given you quite a few suggestions there. You can send it out as is, or as I've just mentioned, that Thursday is your day to review and edit that. So we'll show you a bit more later on how to do that. But yeah, feel free to reach out if you have any questions. I do just want to say as well, so throughout the webinar, but even afterwards, I'm keen to hear your suggestions. If a client is coming to you or multiple with a certain question, or things are just coming up, you'd really like some content about it. I know a few of you have sent in your suggestions, and that's been really helpful for me. I feel kind of a step back from where you guys are at, so I'm really open to taking that feedback on what people are asking about, and if we can get some content out about that that's useful, we're happy with that. So please send in your suggestions. You can do that via the Facebook group. You can do that now via the chat and the Q&A, or yeah, you can reach out to us via support as normal. So just get in touch. The next part is recovery content. So you might have seen us posting a little bit about this in the Facebook group as well. So it's really shifting gears as we go from sort of rescue, which we were at, sort of 3 weeks ago when it was all sort of madness. Now there seems to be a little bit more light at the end of the tunnel, especially where we are in Australia. There's talk of easing restrictions and that sort of thing. And I'm sure as we go around the world in the coming weeks, things will change. So we need to keep up the content that's relevant for what's going on at the moment. So Matt and I have mainly been working on a recovery sort of content plan. So you'll hear more about that. You'll see more about that coming out through the COVID-19 resources section and various other sections of your website as well. We think we've sort of got a fairly good plan with the main topics, like planning really is one of going to be the big parts of what's, when business opens up again, you need a plan. Cash flow, all those sorts of topics, but again, open to your suggestions as well. The webinar for your clients, I just wanted to mention this as well. So this is something that we're offering a little bit different to our normal webinars like this one, or like some of our other marketing type emails, which are solely aimed at helping accountants and bookkeepers. We've decided to help a step further and help your clients and just business owners. They don't have to necessarily be your clients yet. So you don't have to put the time and effort into preparing a webinar and even promoting that. We'll try and help you our best with that. So Matt and I are presenting the webinar. It's called How to Market and Sell Remotely. Obviously Bizink, we've been doing this for years now. And yeah, that's how we've built our business. So we do have some good tips, and the aim of it is to be quite a practical session. So if you would like to promote that as something you could offer to your clients and your prospects, I really, really encourage you to do it. Even if you are busy at the moment, there's really not much sort of legwork on your part. So what I'd say is ask us for a unique registration link. We have, like a normal webinar, you can have a registration link, just like you would have registered for this one today with our normal Zoom link. But since we can have up to 50 unique links, which means up to 50 of our clients tracking which of their clients or prospects came to that webinar. So obviously you know who came, but you can follow them up as well. So if you'd like that, please just type yes into the chat. What we will show you later on as well is that you'll need to just update the promotional material that we give you, so you can see who came, basically. All right, Kamila, over to you. I think I've done enough talking.
Yeah, so I would like to recap a webinar actually Matt and Anthea have done last week. And that was our webinar on COVID-19 communication strategy. So it was really interesting. If you haven't had a chance to watch it, Anthea will pass a link into the chat window. This is where you can catch up with the webinar. And I just wanted to recap a few points from the webinar. So first of all is a question like, are you adding value or adding to noise? So this was a question related to what sort of content you're releasing. So are you adding value? Are you releasing relevant content, or are you just adding to noise? For example, there's quite a lot on out on the internet, social media, about how to work remotely and so on. But what I, like Matt suggests, is it's good to think of what you are specializing in. Like, you specialize in numbers and finance, and this is something relevant to your clients and their businesses, what they struggle. So I'd focus on that and how to help them in that direction.
it's relevant
And
and it's super valuable at the moment. People need you so much. So stick to what
exactly.
you're good at because it's really, really useful at the moment.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. And I would actually like to know as well from you what you are talking about in your communication strategy. So what you're talking about to your clients and how what you're promoting and so on. So if you have something like this, please feel free to post things into the chat window. That would be awesome. The other point was how often do you do marketing? So again, Matt and Anthea mentioned that it's more than ever. It's really important to communicate to your clients often, really regular, more than ever before. It doesn't have to be just via email. It can be just on social media. It can be just pick up a phone and call them. It doesn't matter which way. The communication itself is important. And if you haven't done any marketing, it is important that you start. We will help you with that as well, because the things are changing daily or even hourly. You know, the government updates. The government releasing updates like so often. It's really hard to keep up, first of all. So your clients will find it really, really valuable. Um, yeah, and perhaps one of my question is like, how often do you talk to your clients, and what media do you use? Is there any particular method that you find more effective than the other? Again, feel free to add things to chat window. We'll be happy to see your responses. Um, and so, as I mentioned, you don't necessarily need to add to noise. You don't necessarily need to release like how to work remotely and so on. Something just at least something that you get to your clients that's quite relevant to them. And
I would, oh, sorry. I was just going to add in there that a lot of people are sort of wondering if it's the right time to do marketing, or the word I've heard a lot lately is I don't want to overwhelm clients, or I don't want to overwhelm people. And I completely understand that way of thinking. Maybe it's, it's not necessarily marketing in maybe the way you would think about it. It's just communicating with people. And it just so happens that that's using the marketing tools, like email marketing. That's the best way to reach people at scale. It's great to call people, but depending on how many clients you have, that might not be a viable option every week. So things like email marketing tools are used for this. It just depends on what the content is as to whether it's something that's just adding to the noise that's going to get deleted or make them frustrated, or if
yeah,
it's genuinely useful information. I mean, I think the like open rates and all click-through rates, all that sort of stuff is speaking for itself at the moment. People are interested in this content. They need help.
yeah, exactly. And generic content may be overlooked because there's so many of it out there. So keep it relevant is quite important. And listen, yeah, just give your clients what they need. Ask them what they need, and yeah. So yeah, would be interesting to know what help your client need these days. What you are helping them in particular. So that would be nice to see. Again, chat window is there. Just feel free to post anything you feel like you find helpful or you struggle your client struggling with. The other point, which is quite good as well, is marketing rhythm, and that's quite important now these days. And marketing rhythm, what Mark related to was weekly plan. So the more routine you have, the better. And again, because there's so much and you are so busy, so it's really good to have a plan. Weekly plan probably the best. And let me show you. Actually pinched one of my slides. I don't think I did edit there, but I will send it to you. Just example of a weekly plan, and every day you've got few points and cross them as well, which is quite motivational. So
Yeah.
once you've done the point, cross it over and move on. So yeah, and my question is, do you have a daily or weekly plan that you work off? Again, feel free to let us know. Anything else you'd like to add, Anthea, to this?
I'd just say it doesn't have to be, when thinking of like a marketing plan or a communication plan, we think, oh goodness, that's going to take me forever to put together. That's some big document, or, you know, how on earth, especially at a time like this, I just don't have the time to do it. But yeah, when we send through what we're talking about, it's seriously just like a table, isn't it? You know, here's what I'm going to do this week, break that up by the days, or, you know, you can go to a 90-day plan, or, but, you know, things are changing regularly, so a weekly might be the best. And as Kamila says, cross it off, and that's, you know, as simple and as complex as it needs to be.
Yeah, absolutely. And also when basically when you know everyone struggles, so go to your clients and ask them, like, rather than waiting for them to come to you with a problem, just release that communication, whether via email or phone or post on social media and so on. So yeah, and also the best, as I'm probably going to repeat myself now, but I can't basically stress enough to have the relevant content with you, and focus what you are best at, and on your client pain points as well. So you talk to them, you know what they're struggling with. So try to release that content, try to release the updates around their pain points.
One good thing about this is that we know exactly what their pain points are. We know what they're struggling with. They're forced to close. They don't have the cash flow coming in. You guys know better than I do what they're struggling with at the moment. So the pain points part is obvious, highly likely that it is. Whereas pre-COVID, it's sort of like, right, what are they struggling with? You know, if they're in this industry, it might be this. It was hard to work out, right? This is one good thing about marketing at a time like this. We know what they need help with. We just got to make it happen.
Yeah, absolutely. And just keep it authentic. Just be yourself. And this is how you promote your brand. So your brand is how you act.
Yeah. One good thing about this webinar we're talking about, that we're recapping here, is Matt mentioned quite a bit. Your brand is how you act, as you just said, Kamila. It's not about, you know, all that sort of fluffy stuff. It's more than just your logo at this point. One of our clients, Andrea, was saying, you know, she's doing quite a lot to help, working late nights, doing emails, doing webinar, all the rest, but she's saying, at the end of the day, my clients know I care. If nothing else, that's what I know, and that's what they know. So I thought that she's being authentic and genuine, and that's exactly what I've seen a lot of you be doing this, and like, keep up the good work, basically. I know it's I've been seeing it a lot. So do your best just to, you know, act in the best interests of your clients, basically, and that will be seen and heard for sure.
Yeah, we actually wanted to say, yeah, keep up the good work. We follow you on social media. We follow your Facebook and social media pages. We see that you're releasing a lot of useful content. So well done.
Yeah, good stuff.
Okay, so how to? So again, it's probably I'm gonna repeat myself again. You've got your resources, so you've got your COVID-19 resources, you've got your business resources. Because you are really busy these days, use Bizink's blogs, resources, and post it. It just saves you heaps of time with creating your own. Obviously, you have time to create your own, or there's something specific that you want to let your clients know about. That's absolutely fine, obviously. And again, you can add your own. I'm actually going to stop sharing. I'm just going to go quickly on to different screen. Okay, can you see my screen, Anthea, now?
It hasn't changed from the slides on my screen yet.
So I'm just going to share another one for you. Okay.
Just going to go out and show you a few things while we actually
I
talk
figure
about
this
them.
out.
There we go. Yep.
Okay. Great. So can you see my screen now?
Yeah, demo. Yep.
Oops, so not this one. Yep. Okay, so obviously blogs, you've got your blogs, how to add new posts and schedule the blogs as well. You've got your scheduling option here. So next to publish, you just pick a date and change the date. You can schedule your blog to go out one per week and you don't need to worry about it. You know, it saves you heaps of time. Then you've got your COVID-19 resources down here. Again, add new resource and you can organize it into categories as well. So just tick a box which category and which tab you want to add that resource. And you've got your email marketing again. So I also like to know if you're struggling, if you want some refresher training or something like that, please let me know. Anthea will pass my meeting link, so I'm happy to train you further and explain further on these topics as well. So
it might be good just, I know you can do full on training, but if you could just show two things I've just thought of. One is to show how to edit a weekly digest content, please. And then
okay,
also,
so first of all, you've got your weekly digest set up under email marketing. Now, the weekly digest works in a way that it pulls the weekly digest from your COVID-19 resources and the content here. So if you want to amend or if you want to do any amendments to the content, you don't do it in the actual weekly digest in email marketing. You go to your COVID-19 resource, you find that latest weekly digest you like to amend, and you do amendments in the content here. So then the email marketing, the weekly digest, it'll pull this content automatically. So when you want to make any content or when you're reviewing the content, just do it here. So this is where you amend the content. So you can add to it and rewrite it and so on. Feel free to do that and then just update.
Yeah, once you hit update, that'll pull through to the newsletter. So this is the best place. Yep, thanks for that. The other one I'd like you to show if you can while you're in here is, I think it would have pulled through to the demo. We released some mail templates on promoting the webinar, how to market and sell remotely. So just how you would bring that, there you go, that top one, just how you would bring that into an email blast.
Okay, so so when you're creating your email marketing campaign and want to bring the mail template to your marketing campaign, you just click on add new and create an email blast. And obviously you have your branded templates set up, so just choose that. Feel free to use any of others as well, and select the template. Again, the template always opens with default content, so you can just delete that. Now, to bring that mail template into this template, you need a post module. So you just drag it in, and here from post selection, from the drop down, you choose mail templates, and there it is. There's your mail template, and by default, it will only show you the accept. But if you click on this display option, this is where you can format it, so you can actually choose full post. Did I just got rid of it? It's not working.
Must have hit something.
Okay.
Yeah.
I might have just got rid of it by mistake. So let's do this again. Okay, so
the full post bit should work. I did it this morning on a client site. So
yeah, I'm not doing very well here.
Oh, that's all right.
Just give it another shot.
Yeah. One thing I'll just say while Kamila's doing this is for this particular content piece we're talking about, which is how to market and sell remotely, there we go. If you do have that unique tracking link, which we're recommending you get, you'll see there's some register here buttons in that email. Currently that's got the generic tracking link. If you get a unique one, I would highly recommend you update this, so both in the blog and the mail template. So
yeah, and to update the link, you just click on this the register here, and this formatting option will appear, and you just click on the link icon, and this is where you can update the URL to the specific one, and then just press
then
OK.
okay.
That's
Yeah,
it.
then you're done. Same thing for the
And
blogs.
then just continue as normal. Just go next and send it to your clients. Yeah.
And we also actually forgot to mention this as well. We do have some new social media images that we've added. So I will go get the link for that and paste it in the chat. So we've been putting quite a few more images, especially about promoting this webinar. So some images that could go in that, what are we talking about? Email blast. They could go in the blog. They could go on social media. So yeah, just to help you promote that. Obviously, you're more than welcome to do your own thing as well, or add your logo to that. So feel free to use those social media graphics as well.
And you just bring the image module into your template and images as well if you want. So yeah. Great. So I'm just gonna stop sharing this, and I'm just gonna go into my slides.
Lisa's just asking, so we just copy and paste the link you shared with us into the register here link URL box. Yep, I'm pretty sure it's exactly what Kamila was just showing there. So just click the register now and it will have a link in there, which is the generic one, and copy and paste your one in there. Exactly right. If you need any help, Lisa, just reach out. But yeah, I think you're right. Sweet, makes sense. Awesome.
Great. So Anthea and I will explain how to market and tell you more about how to market and sell remotely webinar.
Yeah. So I briefly, covered this at the start. So Matt and I are going to be giving some tips on what we at Bizink have learned over the years on marketing and selling remotely, as I mentioned. So we're running the webinar, but it's aimed at business owners. We encourage you to attend as well, so you know what's being said to your clients as well. You might pick up some tips, but it is focused on business owners. You can get that unique tracking link, as I mentioned, so let us know if you'd like that. You get, obviously, if you do ask for a tracking link, you'll know which leads came from you or which clients. You know that they're interested in this content. Great conversation starter. Who knows, might end up being a client down the track because of what you've offered them above and beyond what some others are offering. So you get the leads and the kudos. We do the work for you. So the heavy lifting, as we've just shown, we've got email templates and blogs to try and promote that too, and images to go on social media. So yeah, just update it with your link. I think that's pretty much it. If you have any questions, I know some people have had questions about where it sort of sits, who it's for, what the link, how that sort of works. So I'm happy to talk through it with anyone if they have any questions, either right now on chat or afterwards. You can reach out to us. support@bizinkonline.com is probably always the best place to go for that sort of stuff. Yeah, and I'm happy to help.
Yeah, absolutely. And again, if you need any training, any refresher, feel free to book a training with me. We'll go through that.
Perfect.
So now we come to the questions. So if you have any questions, feel free to post it to chat windows. We'll stick around for a couple of minutes and answer your questions.
Cool. I'm actually putting you on the spot here, Kamila.
Okay.
I just was trying to think of some FAQs that we've been getting recently as well. So I mean, you and Bruce might be more across this than I am, but I've just had some questions recently about adding PDFs to email blasts. There is actually now a knowledge base article on that. So you can search support.bizinkonline.com, our knowledge base, and you can search, how do I add PDF, which is actually essentially sort of what we we're just showing there with adding like a link. But I was wondering if you'd be able to talk through that or show that or whatever.
Yep, 1 second. So I'm just gonna stop.
Sorry, just
switch between the screens. So
what I'd say actually before you can get this set up is, does the content need to be in a PDF? Could it be in text form on the blog or in an email like we're looking at here?
yeah.
If it does need to be a PDF, then we'll show you how to do that.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, like, ideally, it would be great to have the content as a blog rather than PDF. Depend what it is. Sometimes you need that PDF if you have a checklist or something like this. And what I would do with the email blast, well, I would probably just take a screenshot of that PDF and I didn't edit as an image. put a bit of a content around what it is about, and then link that image to your website. So ideally, we want them to go to your website to download that PDF and learn more about what you've got. So what you can do, so let's say I've got, this is my PDF.
Should be one sitting there at the start as well.
But let's say this is my screenshot of my PDF, and I'm just going to select that image.
For example, like a screenshot of the first page, so it looks like people are clicking on the real thing. Something a bit more visual.
And I'm just going to make it smaller. And if you click on the image, you can add a link here as well. So what you do, you'll just go to your media. So actually, I'm just going to open this in a new tab so you can just switch between the two. So we'll go to media, and then we'll find that PDF. So we've got an example PDF here, and I copy this link and then go to my email marketing and link that image to that PDF.
Yeah, so just on that screen, Kamila, the first box Camila's just put in is the link. So where's it going to take them to? It's going to link them to the media file. So step one would be to upload that actual PDF into the media section. And then the address is the image. So just keep that as is, because that's where the image is pulling from.
Yeah, and just click done. You might want to use columns. So for example, you might want to use, I don't know, need to add it at the bottom. Columns where you add text, for example, I don't know, tax return checklist, and make it formatted, and then here you add that PDF. So nice. You can just select that and again copy that link as well there. So you can have columns of, I don't know, 2 columns of something. Here you can have more content in here as well. So let me just copy something from here. It's not very responsive when I'm sharing screen.
Yes.
It's very, very slow. So yeah, you can just add more text in here, some sort of a description on what it is about and so on. So just example PDF, it doesn't look great at the moment, but yeah, you can make it look better this way.
Yeah, obviously depending what you're doing. Same sort of thing with the actual link. So image is great, and we really do suggest it for a PDF. You might also just do a link, download our PDF, whatever it is. So
like
same
a button
as that,
or something, you can have a button as well that links directly to that. I'd probably I actually told you to copy that link from media library, but what I would actually suggest, which is better, copy that URL of the page where you actually have the PDF. So you might want to have it in your you might have to have it in your resources, or if the PDF is part of your services page, you just go to that page and copy the page and link that image to that page. So it actually goes to that page where they actually see the whole content and download that PDF.
So in that case, you'd still upload it to the media, and then you'd go to the relevant page or resource, put it in there with your image as well, and then you've got the one spot. So rather than just opening up a PDF, you're opening it up in your website. So if they have any questions, they've got your contact details, they might browse other parts of the site. It's a really good idea, actually. So
yeah, and I'd put it in several places. So not just via email blast or email marketing, but write a blog about it as well. Because again, apart from your website, also goes to social media. So you cover more channels, and by sending email, you're sending it to those that don't necessarily go to your website or follow you on social media or go to your social media regularly. So you actually cover all possibilities.
Awesome. I think that's all, but if anyone
I
has
had
any
actually
I
had actually questions this week from one of our clients, and they were asking if they can use COVID resources content and post it as a blog. Absolutely, you can do that. So all you need to do then just go to that resource and copy the content from there. Sorry, it's just really slow. And go to your post and create a new post and paste the content in there.
This week I've done that for you, but in past weeks I haven't necessarily. Plus you might like to do your own thing. So yeah, feel free to use that content. I can completely understand why you'd put it on the blog. As we just said in, a minute ago, it makes sense to put it in multiple places. So
yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So your weekly digest, the latest government updates, that's just perfect. And then there you have your relevant content, so you can actually do that regularly. And also one of the questions we had was one of our clients, they weren't able to review the weekly digest before it goes out on Friday at 11 a.m. And they were asking if there's any way to postpone it or something. Absolutely. So what you can do, you don't have to stop your newsletter or your weekly digest from going out. All you need to do, just change the date and time to later. So go to your weekly digest and go to the second step where you are adding your list of your subscribers. So scroll down.
I think it's a mixture of bad internet, Zoom, and
yeah, I've got this problem when I'm sharing screen. So
it does slow it down.
Okay, and here what you do, just change the date. So you want to, let's say you don't have time to review it before Friday, so schedule it for Monday and different time, or just leave it if you want to post it on Friday and just schedule it for afternoon. And that's it. And click activate.
We're releasing, as I mentioned, releasing new content on Wednesdays. The idea was for you guys, if you get a chance, I know you're busy, to review it on a Friday. Some people, don't have to review it. It can just go out, or you can edit it later or whatever. So you can send it, mid-morning Friday is how we've set it up. But as Camilla was just saying, you can make it go later if you want more time. Some people have actually been asking me the other way, we really want it to be as fresh as possible. You can send that Thursday morning. I'm just releasing the content Wednesday afternoon my time. So, we just did want you to have a little bit of a buffer there in case you do want to review it, that's all. So you can send it on a Thursday. We just, are releasing new content only the day before, that's all. Ask us if you have a question with any of this. Cool. I think that's all. I can't see any new questions for the moment, but just to reiterate, please let us know if there's anything that comes up. We're happy to help.
Yeah, absolutely. And again, we'll be sending the recording to you. We'll post it on Facebook as well.
Thanks a lot, Camilla. Thanks, everyone.
Thanks, Anthea. Thanks, guys.
See ya.
See you later.